I bought my first home while I was a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps, an E3. And this was, in 2011, I think, 14 years ago. I bought it for 235,000 and a pack of bubble gum. I'm just kidding. 235,000. And then a few years later, that same house is worth, 385,000, when I went through a divorce and I needed to buy a house down the street. And then a few years after that, this same house is worth $750,000. It did not go from being worth 250,000 to being worth 750,000, as in I got $500,000 in equity. What happened is my dollar is worth a third of what it was just a few years ago, right? Before COVID-19. Your dollar has a third of the purchasing power. So instead of being able to buy a house for 250,000 in my community, you're buying a house for 750,000. And you could see that because the cost of oil has tripled. The cost of energy has tripled. The cost of your groceries has tripled. The cost of education has skyrocketed. And so when you look at all of that, it was done because the rapid devaluation of our dollar. And so, yes, we need to have insurance in the state of California. Part of the job of the insurance commissioner is to make the state of California someplace where insurance wants to do business, because about 7 to 10% of any economy is somebody who's working in insurance. That's a significant part of an economy. And we've made things so predatory for home insurance here in the state of California that people can't even buy home insurance in the state of California. And so what I want to do is I want to work with the state treasurer. And I've talked to one person about being state treasurer, which was Anthony Glenn II. I'm also getting ready to talk to another person here, hopefully tomorrow, whose name's Derek Evans. And he works, he's a lender, and he runs a show called Smarter San Diego. He's a money guy. We need a money guy to be in charge of our treasury. And one of the things that we could do is we could incentivize people in the same way that we incentivize them to buy homes in the state of California with the FHA loan, with the VA loan, with conventional loans, is we could develop more agriculture products. So we are incentivizing people and loaning to people through partnering with the federal government for them to buy farms, which originally was the idea of the USDA loan. Because in California, we're an agriculture state, but we need to bring back our small to medium-sized agriculture and not just our big ag, which is working on a massive monopolization by drying everybody out of business. So I want to strengthen homeownership by building massive amounts of new inventory, not high-density housing, not projects, not slums, but 1,200 to 1,800 square foot starter homes.